Hi friends, we're at Tuesday morning. There's my Tuesday morning. Wait, oh gosh, there it is. It's right behind me that way. So weird when the camera's turned around. Anywho, gonna go see if there's anything new. I did see some cool new haul stuff. Now I'm being super selective with what I am bringing into my stash right now, like super selective. So I'll try to get some video in there if it's not too busy and show you what they do have, because if I get anything, it's gonna just be a couple like little embellishment items. Okay, I'm gonna go in and see what they have. Alrighty, they actually had some new stuff. So right when you walked into my store, they have scrapbooking stuff in there in the very front, which is a newer thing for them. Before the shutdown, that's not how it was. So they did have some American crafts goodies. They had all kinds of these Carpe Diem, kind of like traveler's notebook kind of things. And see this one I thought was just adorable. So, you know, some prints that we've seen, I'm sure that these are all just their pattern papers and all that kind of stuff. That was kind of cool. It's a scrapbook keepsake box for $4.99. I thought that was a great price. So some new embossing folders in, and the manager said that they were putting only the new stuff on the front thing in front of my store. So that was kind of fun. A little bit of Chamel, like you saw up there. It was Sparkle City by Chamel. And yeah, you know, we've seen that, and I actually picked it up to look at it because I like that collection so much, but I know I have had it, so I'm trying so hard to be good. Tons of these Carpe Diem books. I've seen people hauling them everywhere, but my store clearly has more than enough to go around. I was able to restrain myself and not get any of them, partially because I have like 8 of the sticker books in my scrappy room and I have barely touched them. I really need to get them on my desk again. Now this is a shopping cart that the manager told me to go ahead and look through because it was the new stuff. Now I know my camera is moving around a bit, but I really don't know how else to hold it and be able to look in the basket so that you can see the what's what. This was not a you know, like a super, you know, full basket or anything, but there are some good things to look at. I think that's, what was that called? The Heritage Collection. Oh, I did have those Illustrated Faith rub-ons in my stash once upon a time. I recently used some goodies from that little adventurer set, and I actually used them for pictures of my puppy playing in the snow, as well as a mountain kind of a thing with a couple of 20-year-olds. So, you know, definitely was not a baby only collection. More heritage goodies by Maggie Holmes there, ever so pretty. They had a good number of those roller date stamps, but a good number of them, but I would say like 3 different, would you call it styles when it's all wordage? I don't know. 3 different types. Lots of these Spectrum Noir kinds of great metallic markers. Letterpress paper. I only saw the one size as being new. I'm not a card maker, but I'm sure it's kind of a big deal. I don't know. So, oh, I saw these just sitting on a shelf or on top of the coffee, getting ready to be put away. And I really thought that these ruler things were so cool, if that's your vibe. So a couple of Tim Holtz things, not a whole lot. And that stamp that fell, I did pick it up. Don't worry. I don't leave things laying there. Half the time I find myself helping them to straighten up and organize. They did have a lot of these different collections of the pouring paint kits. If that is your vibe, I would rush in there. That stuff is not cheap on its own. Oh, and that was an iridescent varnish. I thought that might be kind of cool. So a couple of the paper pads up front. This Me and My Big Ideas paper pad is a new one to my store. Real nice Sparkle City pad, and they also had some Sparkle City stickers that you're going to see in a little bit in this video. There is some great acrylic paints. Some of these things are so awesome if you're just starting in crafting. I mean, go there to start building your stash. These were Mickey Mouse ones. They had little Mickey ears. Those are just, you know, beautiful ones. There's some that are coming up in a second that have flamingos in them, and I thought they're hilarious. But there's so many sequins you get. Like, I would want to share them with somebody because Unless you're a card maker for shaker pockets, I mean, what would I ever do with that kind of quantity? And I also have a thing for liking variety too. So I don't know. They're very pretty. Who knows if I'll pick them up someday. That's a fun little scrapbooking kit and a planner insert kit. So many fun things. That is one of those like push it down punch kind of things. Lots of card kits. This is a section in my store. We have two just like that that have the paper pads. This one I didn't see. I saw that they put more product of the same kind that they had out, but I didn't see any new product lines, if that makes sense to you. So, yeah, they have this little bin that they keep in front of it, and it's pretty much stuff that has no other place to go. So there's some great stuff there. There's Amy Tan. That was that collection with that really cool kind of orchid that you don't really see in things. I love that Here and There collection. I have the chipboard for that I picked up at Tuesday morning at some point. Vicky Bouton paper pads. So definitely high alert for the American Crafts designers right now at my Tuesday morning at least. And my Tuesday morning is in Southeast Michigan. So die cuts with a view goodies, Bo Bunny stuff. I see Authentique up there. These paper pads by My Mind's Eye have been there forever and a day. I love the travel one because it has a nice white core. And the white, I prefer white over cream in my scrapbooking if I have a chance. So we have a really nice scrapbooking tools kind of section all the time by We Are Memory Keepers. We Are Memory Keepers at my store. So I always like to look and show you guys what goodies come in. I don't buy a lot of that kind of stuff because I really want to make sure I will actually buy what I bring home. But that was like an extra long platform for a cutting machine. So that's kind of cool. We saw that in the beginning. That's like a little tag punch dealio. So lots of good things. Hopefully you can see the prices. I mean, just stop your screen and you should be able to see them just fine. We got in a bunch of new washi tape. I saw this one I really liked by Heidi Swap, but I have so much washi. I'm trying to be good about that. There's Amy Tan, Maggie Holmes, so many good ones. Pink Paisley, all that kind of stuff. So super spoiled. Oh, I see One Canoe 2 there. Lots of the vinyl for your cutting machines as well. Lots of artsy books if that is something that you are looking to get more into, some little fun teaching books. Those would be great for a gift basket. To put some of those and some of the art supplies in, that would be awesome for a tween. Anyhow, some of the Project Life goodies, they keep them all in one spot in my store, and here are the bigger Project Life collections on the bottom. They're so organized in my store that I'm super lucky. It wasn't like that the new manager came to my store a few months before the shutdown and he totally turned it around. It looks gorgeous in there. So all kinds of the mixed media goodies. I wanted you guys to have a look-see at what we have in there, and hopefully your store will have the same. You guys can let me know if you picked up anything awesome lately. So this is my kind of stuff that I'm looking at right now. Like what kind of cute little embellishments they have or that kind of thing. I really like the multi-dimensional, I think they're by Momentum. My hand's on it in the very front there. I like those collections. I hope they get some different ones in. There's some gems. We have had those forever, and I have 4 or 5 packs of them. Amy Tan, they're like embossed puffies, which is super cool. So yeah, there's a little bit of new. That's by Bo Bunny right there. So bright and colorful and happy. My store always has a lot of Bo Bunny stuff, and it's so pretty. I've been really surprised. I've gotten a lot of Bo Bunny recently from my kit clubs and design teams, and I originally thought Bo Bunny was a little bit too fancy for me, a little too pretty. But there are a lot of really great wood grains and distressed pieces that work with my kind of more whimsical scrapping I like. So yeah, do not discount. You got to go through it all. So there are some of the fabulous squid inks, and we don't have a lot of inks in my store right now. Now, I looked at this from Sparkle City because I kept trying to remember if I have it in my stash or not, and I thought I did. I'm gonna have to check, because that is a great sticker value. I really like that. So you see right there, there's like little invitation things, and this is kind of like more of a random, oh, the Sunny Days alphas are really cool. But this is like kind of a section where they just have to figure out what to put there, because, you know, not everything makes sense, I guess. No new punches at this time. That's the same star punch I had gotten last time. Now this is the alpha section. They did get a lot of new thickers in. Like, holy moly, if you are needing some alphas. And I had to restrain myself. I just got 2 sets. My haul video will be at the end of this video, my little car haul that I like to do. But there's lots of alphas, and I like that there are like black, white, and gold. Those are my 3 main colors, and I figure you can use them for anything. Now, the holographic silvers are also my jam, in that they work really well on anything without gold. So I really like the holographic silver as well. There is some Chamel box of crayons stickers, Amy Tan, and then you know all of those books. I have them all by the designers, so I'm trying not to buy any more. So I did just a couple of pictures of things that I thought was kind of interesting. There was a worker putting away stuff in the same aisle, and I'm sure that she was wondering what I was doing in her store. She's used to me though, so I figured she was being tolerant, but after a while I had to stop. All right, guys, Car Chronicles, what did Tuesday morning force me to buy today? So I spent $15.41 with tax, and I did pick up these crepe paper Maggie Holmes gems. I had, I think, like 3 of these before in some kit, but I didn't ever get the full set of gems. I don't need them at all, but I do like when collections give you lots and lots of colors to work from, and you can put them on. These right here might be a little tricky for me to use. I'm gonna have to half hide them under something. They look just too, I don't know, something. But the rest I am loving. The next thing I bought was, I'm sure these are quite a lot older, this set, but I did like how vibrant the colors are, and I need to make a video today featuring the color red. So I have these little Recollections bows, $2.99. Not cheap, but I did like the size. They're like a little bit wider than an inch, so they're kind of cute and little. Next thing I got a couple different sets of thickers, my friends. I don't need thickers. I so don't need thickers. These are called Sarah. They're thickers. There's 2 different fonts. We have a black and white font, but they're on foam, and a mid-tone gold and white. And they're all on white foam. They're itty bitty. They're like a ½ inch high, and I really like that. All right, so I have really small hands, so I'm gonna do a little thumbnail next to one, so you can kind of see the vibe. And we do have some numbers on there, but let's look at the R's. The R's are always what tell me life is about. So we have 4 R's in each outfit set. So I got two sets, because I always get 2 sets if I can. And then the next set I got, just because they were so darned interesting, these are called Sweetie, and they're pennants, and they're really in like a true tan, and it's kind of like a textured tan. It looks like it's supposed to look like fabric, kind of like a, I don't know, a canvas, but it's not. It's just on chipboard. So let me do my weird thing. 2 R's. Oh, there are 5 R's altogether. So it's really like a basic craft neutral that I figure you can stick on lots of happy summery layouts. Let's see, these were from 2012, my friends. Wow. And I never saw them before. How weird. Let's see when these are from. Let's see, 2019, so much newer collection. You saw all the other goodies that my store had and just got in because I was able to get to a new cart. They're just unloading now, but this is what I picked up. I would love to see a link to your channel to see if you scored any great goodies, and I'll be back next week with another haul video. Goodbye, friends.